You tuned in to the Player Circle podcast. I am your host, the most gracious, the Iceman. More bounce to the ounce than I say what counts. Don't nobody go home to the fat man fucks. What's happening, chocolate people? And everybody in between. Can I be like Parliament? Can I get down one time? Can you dig it? All right now. It's Scooby-Doo looking up. Last Crucible, what up, homie? Glad to see you in the place to be. As we proceed to give you what you need. I get it. You digs. Now look at here. I'm going to give a couple of minutes for the players to get in the room, and then we will proceed to give you what you need with your black ass. You can donate today via the Cash App. My Cash App ID is $190, $, the Iceman 1906. I can't even. Here, let me just put it in here. That way you have it. You can't make no goddamn excuses with your bitch ass. There you go. Scooby-Doo. You digs? All right now. Or you can donate at www.asktheiceman.com. Scroll down to the donate button and donate there. We're asking for $10 today. All donations are 100% tax deductible on your 2019 taxes for 2020. You are donating to a 501c3 nonprofit, not an individual. Okay? I don't do that. It's actually illegal to donate to something other than a nonprofit. Anyway, let's get into this. Triple T Kill, what's up, bruh? What's happening with you? American whorehouse culture. Doing something strange for a piece of change. Psychology of a thought. Now, according to American women, especially the ones who subscribe to feminism, according to them, women don't have enough rights. According to them, Things are too one-sided in this country. We need to get away from this paternalism because women are so miserable. And then they put a simp president, Democratic president in office for 8 years. And he gives the feminists more strength financially for them to exact their hate upon American men in all levels of government as well as in the private sector. So now we have this huge problem where we got these hateful bitches running around here thinking they running shit because they found a couple simps and tricks that they can lead around by the nose with that old used pussy. You digs? So now all of us who ain't simps, all of us who ain't tricks, now we have to suffer because of those of you sorry niggas, those of you weak ass simps and tricks out here who just throw up the white flag and just put your booty up in the air and let a bitch strap on one and stick you dead in your ass. But yet you want your classification and your respect as a man. Any man that lets women push him around with the phony what do they call it? This phony notion that you gotta like do everything she say in order to get access to that pussy. That shit didn't exist when I was a young man. That shit didn't exist when I was in my early 20s. Niggas was like, I wish a bitch would tell me. I wish a bitch would tell me other than DFG after I say what's after ABC. Look, man, let me tell you something. Women knew better back then to talk that shit. See, they talk shit now because there's so many weak ass niggas out here who are sitting around there thinking, well, if I talk shit to this bitch and show her what's really up, then what's really good, then she ain't gonna give me none of that pussy. Dude, she ain't gonna give you none of that pussy anyway. Women who want to give you pussy don't make you wait. And the ones who do are getting a pussy tore up by somebody else until they can get enough nerve to come after you. If they see that you ain't coming after her. See, I learned game like this directly from women who have done this shit. See, I ain't telling you some old bullshit out, some old bullshit third party information. I got this information directly from the horse. Women ain't as asexual as they try to pretend. They pretend to be asexual. Meanwhile, they are rubbing all on their clit and doing all kind of nasty stuff to themselves in the bed because all of them got battery operated boyfriends. Meanwhile, they're doing the same thing. You over there jacking off the porn. They're over there fingering themselves to porn or putting some little device up in their ass. Don't let these women fool you. They'll tell you that, play that poly purebred bullshit, but I don't want to talk about sex. That's because the guy that trying to talk about sex, she ain't sexually attracted to him. Or she don't, or if she is, maybe she is trying to fight hard not to give it up too quick because she know that's her only possible way of getting leverage. But when you knock all those doors down, you knock all those walls down like I did with the woman I'm talking to now, you just put it all out there. Look, this is how it's going to be. This man shit about to pop off right here. That's how real men get down. And if she ain't with that, if she walks away, I ain't got to deal with that guy no more. I could just not call or text him no more and be done with his ass. But that's usually not the case, because deep down inside, women want to be told what to do. You just haven't figured that out because you try to come at women from a weakling angle, and you think because that shit's worked a couple of times, you think that shit's gonna work every time, and it's not. Some women like old weak ass begging man. Most women don't. They just talk that shit because they want somebody they can. So you got to understand, women are even more evil than men are, because a woman, what does she gain by having a weak man in the house? Other than, okay, if he makes good money, okay, he's a software engineer. Okay, he makes $120,000 a year. Okay, she benefits financially, but she's gonna be bitching and moaning and complaining every day to this dude because she know he ain't going nowhere. She's the best thing that ever happened to him. His testosterone level is going down. So the older he gets, the more he starts subscribing to white supremacy because he sees his own genetic shortcoming. Or comings, and I don't mean that. I don't mean that literally. That's why a lot of these Caucasian dudes get on that white supremacy kick, because that's the only thing that makes them feel manly, trying to shit on somebody else and giving each other unearned benefits. They don't really hate niggers. They hate themselves being measured, being compared to so-called niggers and losing every time in every category. Even when it comes to brain function, they lose. That's why you can be a dumbass white dude or a dumbass white chick and still be protected by white society. You can still get benefits even though you're a fucking dumbass. You're dumb as a box of rocks. You could be a dumbass because at any time you can tap into white supremacy and be protected. You get jobs you don't deserve. You get jobs you're not qualified for, and they'll teach a white person how to do the job, even if, or they'll try to they'll simplify the job so that dumb white person can learn it. But they protect each other. And that person will be making $100,000 a year driving past you in a brand new Infiniti or Lexus $60,000 SUV, looking at you, calling you a nigger, because they know they don't deserve what they have or what they've taken away from all of us. That's why I tell brothers, know where your place is socially, economically, know where your place is when you dating women of other races, because the way you see yourself ain't the way they see you. That's why they only go after black men that look like they got some paper, because in their mind, they don't have a problem being seen with a brother if he got some paper, especially if he looks good and got money. They really bragging. Go, I got a black guy, but he has money and he does what I tell him to do. That's why I tell Caucasian women, they think they got me figured out. They think they can be telling me what to do. I bust out on them. I'll be like, let's lay out the rules, because apparently you don't know what the rules are. First of all, I don't do what you say. That's the first thing. Secondly, I don't follow you. Thirdly, if you think you're going to treat me like a little boy because I want some ass, you can take your ass on. You'd be surprised how women respond when you tell them some shit like that. Because they're never used to a man talking to them straight up like that, and they definitely ain't used to no black man talking to them like that. Because every time they've come in contact with black men, they've always been a sucker and been like, "Ooh, white girl trying to get at me," and then the white girl's just trying to get directions somewhere, or she's trying to get some free money, or she's trying to get some beg for some kind of information. You fall for that shit because you think this white woman's interested in you. Yeah, this white woman ain't hardly interested in you. She doesn't know how to manipulate you because she's running the same hustle on you that she runs on her men. She already been running that hustle on white men since she was, 3 years old. So now she realizes that black men are dumb as fuck too, because black men ain't out here getting no pussy on the regular. You guys' generation are the first you guys' generation are the first generation who don't know how to get no pussy, who don't get any pussy. That's why you niggas are so into video games, and you so much of a hater, and you hate other black men because you've been locked out. You ain't never been the guy that was popular in high school. I was popular in high school, not real popular, like, I was the man type of shit. No, it wasn't like that. But I was still not too far under that. And I kept women. Y'all niggas, y'all don't know how to talk to women. That's why anybody that seem like they getting women, you hate on them. Because that's the only thing you know how to do is react to everything like a woman would react. Women sit around and envy and get jealous of other women, other people. That's what women do, because women usually have no skills. And they have less skills today because you got so many sorry ass single moms raising girls. So they teaching these girls, girl, all you gotta do is spread your legs and just wipe some pussy juice, smear some pussy juice on their face. You'll get a man to do anything. See, it used to be when I was a young man, you had to actually fuck a man to get him to do something. Today, you ain't gotta fuck him to do nothing. All you gotta do is Snapchat him and show him a titty, and he'll send you $25. Or you get on there and po mouth, and he'll give you $400 to pay half your rent. You got little dumb niggas with money that do that. And some of you are listening to me right now. You're looking at me right now and you still do that shit. But then you come on here pretending like you running some shit. First of all, Rod Machiavelli, that is not what I said. Nobody said anything about anybody about being popular and getting pussy. Nobody said nothing like that. You need to listen. And those of you who are not used to listening to looking at my live stream, don't just say stupid stuff to get noticed. Pay attention. See, you little young niggas, you just want attention. Hey, notice me because I grew up in a house with my bum ass mama, and I'm, I want attention. Fuck out of here. If you're getting attention, that means you're not doing anything constructive in the other facets of your life, which means you probably ain't doing anything but just bullshitting. Yeah, you might be 30 years old and got a little bullshit ass job at the office. Maybe you lucked up and got in the office somewhere making $12, $13, $14 an hour, or you lucked up and got some factory job. Maybe now you've been there long enough to be cool with everybody and you pretty much know the job and you making $16, $17, $18 an hour, but that ain't no money. And that's why a lot of you guys, you feel invisible. So that's why you get on Facebook and get on people's live streams on YouTube, saying a bunch of asinine stuff because you want to get noticed for attention. Thinking somebody that's going to drive somebody to your channel. Nobody's listening to you because you have nothing to say. And that's sad that black men, young black men, have nothing to say. All you see guys talking about, man, why these black women treat you like shit? They treat you like shit because you ain't got nothing to offer them. Alpha and Dick, man, look, man, young black men. Let me tell you something. A lot of niggas waste their young adult years from about 18, 19 years old to 30, 40 years old, thinking that every woman out here wants some black dick. Okay? Get off of that. You are at the bottom of the dating totem pole. The only reason why you see brothers in the media with fly ass non-black women is because they got paper. They making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, or they're making millions. That's why they can get the baddest Asian chick or the baddest white chick, but they paying for it. The difference is they're paying for it. Your woman might be somewhat there because she like your ass. That bitch don't like that nigga at all. She just using his ass. And some of them women make that clear because a lot of them niggas tripping off women wanting to be with them, that they lose their mind. Oh man, this chick must really want me. With your dumb bullwinkle ass. When that chick just, all she doing is getting in your pocket, nigga. Attention equals zero anything. You don't get any social capital being popular online, because I know that's what you're talking about. You sound juvenile. See, this is why black men lose. Because a lot of young black men, you don't know anything. You think being popular on YouTube and being popular on Facebook is a big deal. You think that equals social capital, and you still live in a country where white supremacist police officers and white supremacist citizens can just blow your brains out with impunity. Yet you walking around here, hey, I'm popular on Facebook. I'm popular on YouTube. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, you have no money, no influence in this society because you don't think you need any. All you need is a big dick and be a brother. And that's all you're supposed to bring to the table. And then when women balk at you, then you want to talk about all these black women ain't shit. You have nothing to offer them. That's why you don't see any women of any race trying to fuck with you when you broke and you just get up and go to the little warehouse job every day. See, back in my day, that was all you needed to get a woman, was that little $13 an hour warehouse job or manufacturing or a factory job. See, that was the end thing, because black folks didn't have nothing. So you could still get a halfway decent looking woman making $12, $13 an hour working at the factory. Or maybe you lucked up and got a job at Ford or GM. I could have got a job at GM. I didn't really want a job at GM. But look at GM now. I guarantee most of my ex-wife's family and some of my family that live in those areas, I guarantee they ain't working at GM no more after 2007. GM laid off thousands of people. Ford laid off thousands of people. And most of them were black folks. And they didn't have no skills. So what you think somebody been working at Oldsmobile factory for 25 years, what the fuck they gonna do for 20 years? Well, I'm gonna go to school and learn how to do electronics. What? Nigga, this This ain't 1980. Electronic what? Ain't nothing made over here. But you gonna go to China and work? They ain't hiring niggas. Y'all better get on the good foot. If you haven't got it, get my first book, The Game of Life According to the Iceman, Volume 1. I talk about dating, relationships in there. I talk about social justice. I talk about white supremacy and how it affects you and how you could be walking around with psychopathology. The Game of Life According to the Iceman, Volume 1. You can get it at asktheiceman.com. Scroll down to the scroll down to the add to cart button and go from there. I'll sign it and send it directly to you. Or you can go to Amazon.com and get it. You can get it there too. You digs? But and that leads into our topic for today, American whorehouse culture, doing something strange for a piece of change. The feminists wanted to get American society to where they have so many legal protections where they can hit men, they can shit on you in child support court, they can shit on you in dating, and you can't do nothing about it. They want to render men powerless so that no matter what you do, you either end up in jail, you end up killed, or you end up broke and miserable dealing with them. That's the way they want it in America. And they're actually trying to spread their poison all over the world. The Caucasian feminists are. They're going over to, you got operatives like Gloria Steinem, who is still, even in her 80s, 70s and 80s, still stomping for poisonous feminism, trying to spread that poison to third world countries. But what she failed to realize, you're going to get them women killed. Because them men ain't going to put up with shit. In these other countries, they don't put up with women putting their finger in their face and telling them what to do. They only pull that shit over here because of weak-ass, simp-ass white males that let them do it. And I'll mainly talk about upper middle-class white males. Although some of them will still some of them got a pimp hand, though. Some of them do have a pimp hand. Some of them pimp hand is strong, but most of them ain't. You don't let no woman punk you over no pussy. And that's why you have so many, and that doesn't create the issue of having a whorehouse culture. But what it does is it gives them a platform because you're the one paying attention to that garbage that they're doing. And you're the one paying them for Snapchatting a titty pic. Or they send you for $15, they'll send you a couple of nude shots of them in your email. What the fuck are you doing engaging in that silly ass shit? You ain't gonna never fuck that bitch no matter how many times you send that bitch. You can be following her on Instagram and Facebook and liking every dumbass pic she put up there, which is what a lot of you weak ass niggas love to do. Every time this chick put a weak ass, funky ass pose of her in that dirty ass apartment with a thong on, here you go and liking the damn pic. And you think, and tell her, you're beautiful. You think if you leave messages like that, she's going to see you out of that sea of hundreds of thousands of simps, and she's going to magically appear in your bed and give you some pussy. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. You've been having a single mom mentality for too long. Black men have went from being the coolest motherfucker on the planet when I was a young man to being a total fucking joke. Every woman, every other race of women know they can always get a fallback on black men because black men are so thirsty. That's why there's so many ugly ass brontosaurus looking white women on POF and all these other 4 or 5 half black kids by 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8 different niggas, and half of them locked up in the penitentiary. And here they talking about, hey there. Yet this bitch got 5 kids by 7 different niggas. 4 of them in the penitentiary. Trying to holler at decent dudes. And some of you niggas fall for them raggedy bitches. Because you feel sorry for every little hard luck Calamity Jane ass bitch. And then you making it hard for real players out here. That's why I created the Player Circle podcast, because real players gotta have a meeting of the minds, and then we gotta school all you squares out there. Because you don't know shit. You ain't been nowhere. You don't know how to get no pussy. You've never gotten pussy from 2 different women in the same week, let alone the same day. You the type of nigga that gets some pussy and you just lose your mind. You just become the dumbest nigga on the planet. You start walking around here like you special. I'm like, get off it, dude. You ain't have half the amount of pussy I done had. And most of the pussy I've had was free pussy. Shit, I even in this simping and tricking day and age, I still tell bitches I ain't paying for nothing. What for? What am I paying for? I don't know you. I don't know if you gonna show up again. You digs? Some of you guys, you can give you $500,000 right now, and you'll still because you're morally bankrupt, and no man has been able to train you to teach you how to do anything. You'll take that $500,000 and in 3 or 4 months you'll be broke, because every bitch that fuck you will be taking it, if not all of it, because you're gonna tell every woman you fuck how much money you came into. It's sad. Some of you guys spend so much time online lying, trying to make somebody think you got women, and you know you don't have any women. Facebook is a business tool for me. It ain't a social tool. I don't need Facebook to get to know people. I know how to talk to people. Most of the people that are on the internet have no social skills. That's why you're on the internet. And you can come on here and lie and say, I make, you got guys on there talk about I make 6 figures a year. I do this, I do that. First of all, if you really made 6 figures, you wouldn't be telling anybody. Because got real niggas that make real cash. Niggas don't talk about what they do, how much money they make, or what, or niggas that got real paper are humble. Some of them ain't. But there's some humble cats like me out here who, man, I don't brag about what I do, because there's always somebody else who might say, man, that ain't shit. And they be right for saying that. That's why I don't think I'm special. But whorehouse culture has to be fueled by money. And it's you niggas who are fueling it. And that's why these women act so bad. You want to know why women act so shitty? Well, thank the Obama administration. Thank all the welfare peddlers out here. All the states that offer free welfare for any old skank that has a baby with no man. They're going to go after the man for child support, but they ain't going to go after the man to say, hey, why don't you get back with this man and make a family so this child can have a better chance of survival? They don't tell you they ain't going to do that. Instead, they're going to waste taxpayer resources breaking up families and creating animosity between the father and the mother, because the mother gets a chance to rape the father in child support court. Like I said, these are checks that the black woman's ass is going to have to cash sooner or later. Usually it's later in life. You're going to have to pay for that check that was given you, those funds that were given to you out of the blood, sweat, and tears of your children's father. You're going to have to answer for that. You're going to have to answer to that. And you're going to have to answer to an entity that can make the rest of your existence, your spiritual existence, be one of misery. So instead of copying everything Caucasian women do, and the Caucasian sluts that run these feminist organizations and these feminist movements, you might want to stop watching and paying attention and following them. Because they're gonna have to answer to a higher being too. One that does exist. You can listen to these crackers tell you that God doesn't exist if you want to. Listening to these Caucasians, you'll always end up losing and coming out fucked up. Because they only look out for themselves. Go to AskTheIceman.com to donate today. Where this is $10 donation Saturday. We really need you guys to step up. We're coming to the close of the fundraiser season, being that what has happened is the second week of August, we always have the cutoff. So we want to make sure we raise as much money as possible before the second week of August. So I'd like to try to raise at least 150 to 200 tonight. Okay. Let's get it done. Come on, guys. Let me read what my man put in here. What up, Brown Sausage? Love you, brother. This guy wrote, 80% of the women only want 20% of the men. So a lot of men are locked out and only get scraps and are bitter about it. So what? So what? I don't mean to be insensitive, but you know why I'm saying so what? How come you, what's stopping you from becoming one of those 20% of the men? Huh? Come on now. Well, let's be real. Steel sharpens steel. Okay? I have to be, look, guys, you have to understand, so I wouldn't be doing my job if I wasn't challenging you. See, this is not easy. That's why a lot of people don't support my channel, because I don't coddle niggas. Niggas want somebody to pat them on the head and tell them it's going to be all right like they single mamas. I ain't your mama. See, this is what a father would be doing to you. He would be hard on you to try to make a man out of you. And you rebel because you've been pussified all your whole life. So any man that doesn't tell you you're wonderful and gracious and beautiful like your stupid ass mama, then you rebel. Man, fuck that nigga, man. Fuck the ice man. Oh, nigga. Fuck you, man. You take that attitude. You start crying. You ain't gonna learn nothing if you keep that attitude. Yeah, Kevin Garnett, my man, KG, used to play ball up this way. Let his girl get at him. I seen his wife before. Fine as a motherfucker. Or his ex-wife. Kevin Garnett was worth over $100 million. Pussy is not worth $25, $30 million. So a bitch can get unearned benefits. That ain't gonna happen. Not if I can help it. Not if I can get to you before that bitch does. Paying alimony and child support on some old raggedy bitch that you done upgraded. Get the fuck out of here. Ain't no benefits from marriage in America no more for a man. Because guys, let me tell you something. Let me be honest with you. The only reason men get married is because they think they're going to get access to unlimited pussy. That's the only reason men get married. That's the only reason men fall for that shit. And when they fall for marriage, they realize they get less pussy. Or it's not always that the woman don't want to give them no pussy. It's that you don't want to fuck her no more. She done got all fat and ugly, especially if she's Hispanic or if she's Caucasian. She done got ugly quicker than that black woman. Although in my case, my black woman got ugly damn near overnight. She deteriorated overnight, damn near. So every time I have to see her ugly ass today, I just laugh and be like, boy, did I dodge a bullet. Okay? I ain't got to look at that every night. You understand me? See, sometimes I send pictures of me and fine ass bitches to my kids because I know they was going to show them pictures to their mama. Say, look kind of bitches I'm getting compared to the bitch you get, compared to what you look like right now with your flabby flat ass. Okay? I didn't give a fuck my kids hear me talk about how they mama look. Fuck them. They know they mama ugly. You know your mama ugly. And the only nigga that's going to want that is a Captain Save-A-Hole simp nigga. A lot of you guys, again, you may be more tricks than you are simps. You think if you send some woman on Cash App, you think you're going to get that pussy. You don't never have to buy a woman's time, brother. If you got to pay a woman to pull down her drawers, brother, she's a hoe. She's a prostitute. You might as well go straight to the source and just go get a hoe off the street. At least you know what she does. And you don't pay a bitch to stay. You pay a bitch to leave. You digs? See, that's old pimp talk. See, them old niggas, they were young then, but we were young. We were like 18, 19 years old. Them old niggas used to school us on this shit. How to not get caught up with no female. But my dick still got me in trouble. Okay? My dick still got me in trouble. But that's okay. Problem was handled. But the thing is, guys, you don't see the value in anything because you have been trained So what ends up happening is instead of putting yourself in a position where you can gain knowledge and get out of the situation you're in, instead what you do is you retreat to that single female mentality in your mind. You revert back to that, and then you start doing this rebelling shit. You a 28-year-old man rebelling. So you go back to rebelling. You go back to some repressed, juvenile, pubescent type of cognitive functioning whenever you get faced with a challenge of manhood from a man. See, this is psychopathology. Even though the player circle, we're talking about dating and relationships, and usually we are on a much lighter tone. But sometimes when I get emails from simps or I get emails from tricks, sometimes I get beside myself because I'm thinking to myself, how many more niggas think like this? And I'm thinking to myself, damn, we got to go back to the basics. We got to go back to the basics because we got some old training wheel ass niggas out here that don't understand how to deal with women. You don't understand that before you can even deal with women and be successful, you got to get your shit together. And they be like, but what do you mean get your weight up? What is money? I thought you said money shouldn't have nothing to do with it. Nigga, that don't mean you ain't supposed to have nothing to offer. Like, look, if you live in New York City, things are a little bit different for you. Because most people don't, it's too expensive to have a car in New York State if you live in New York City. So most people don't have cars. So you can still get women even though, you don't have a car. You can still get women. But everywhere else, you better have a car. So if you got a Oldsmobile Cutlass Sierra 1984 with the 1984 Olympics insignias on it, you gonna get clowned. Or you rolling around in a Delta 88 doing this shit. This is my grandmama. This used to be my grandmama car. Nigga, that big ass steering wheel look like a wagon wheel. Compensate, nigga, compensate. You rolling around in a Oldsmobile 98 and mad because bitches don't want to fuck with you. Hey, my grandmama car clean, nigga. Or you riding around in an 85 Chrysler LeBaron and shit. Fuck out of here, nigga. You know bitches won't be seen in a Chrysler LeBaron. Or you got a Plymouth Voyager minivan and shit. Man, it's a 2010 Iceman. Stop clowning, nigga. You hurt my feelings. Shit, nigga, you need this tough talk. A lot of you niggas need this tough talk. You soft, man. That's why bitches don't like you. You soft. Just because you wear your hat like this and you listen to Wu-Tang, nigga, you ain't no man. You ain't hard, nigga. You ain't been in no combat. I look tough. Look at me. Some niggas just want to be able to scare niggas just with little simple shit like I'm sagging, I got my hat to the side. If you were listening, you know damn good well you ain't got to trick your money off on women to get women. And if you've been listening to me at all, you know that. I ain't never told men to go out here and spend women money on women. Why? Because it's a waste of time. Sooner or later, she's going to disrespect you. And then you're going to look back on that long trail of money you done spent that didn't get you anything. And you're going to be looking like a fool and feeling like one. That shit ain't going to never end well for you when you trick your money off on pussy. Or you go out here finding you a science project like one of these Calamity Jane bitches. You going out here trying to help some science project bitch keep a roof over her fucking head. Because you stupid. Hey guys, let's get these donations popping, man. Come on. I'm going to take a break. Okay, if you haven't donated, we know you need to donate. Okay, let's get that cracking. You can hit us on the Cash App, $, the Iceman 1906, or you can go to asktheiceman.com, scroll down to the donate button and get it cracking. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your co-workers about the Iceman Show podcast during the week and the Player Circle podcast on Saturdays. Now, remember, we started a little late today because I had a session that I had to do that carried over later than it should have. But anyway, we're here. I want to apologize to everybody that might have been waiting. I know we said something like 4 o'clock, but we ended up starting at 7:30. So I apologize if you came around YouTube looking for us. Facebook, hit the like button. Facebook, let's get these donations popping. Again, go to asktheiceman.com, scroll down to the donate button, or hit us on the Cash App at $ the Iceman 1906. Let's get it cracking. You digs? All right. Because I want to get into today's topic deeper than what I am, and I'm not going to do it until we get these donations up. We only got one donation. Got $10 donated. Let's get it cracking. Well, look, we can do better than this. Black folks, I gotta be able to count on you. Can I count on you? You don't want to be the black man that nobody wants to count on. If I can't count on you for $10, then I guarantee your kids can't count on you for nothing either. I bet other people around you, your families, everybody connected, you can't count on you. Come on, black man. It's time for you to start being responsible. Be a part of something. Okay? Let's get it cracking. Come on, guys. I'll be back in 2 and 2. Let's get these donations cracking. Yo, motherfucking ho. You're back in the place to be. It's the Player Circle Podcast. I am your faithful host, the Iceman. I can't help but do what I do because I am what I am. Hope you got a chance to put your donation in. Okay, Facebook, you fucking around. Okay. It's like that. Okay. There you go. Let me fix that right now. So, as I was saying before we got down, here's the thing, guys. You have, look, this is not hard. Let me give you an example. Now, Awesome Possum, you brought up a valid point. Let me get deeper into this. And by the way, I noticed guys we're not donating. What's going on, guys? Are you guys, have you guys blown all your money on pussy you didn't get and video games that ain't doing you any good? Now you're gonna sit here and shortchange me over $10? Come on, man. You guys can do better than that. Look, let's just say you make $50,000. Some of you make that much and more. $50,000 20 years ago was a little bit of cash, a little bit. Today, that's nothing. When you go to look for, say you make enough to afford a new car. So what kind of car should you get? Should you get something that is going to have you paying reasonable amount for car insurance because you have a good driving record? Or is it going to, or should you go to the top end of how much you can spend and just go for it and go out and get something like a 5.0 Mustang that's going to cost you? I don't want to get into total cost, but I'm going to get into payments because you understand that better. I don't want to sit here and break down a $50,000 car into payments. That's not what we do here on the Player Circle podcast. So let's just stick with payments. So you might say, Ice, well, what kind of car should I get? Should I get something that's going on the top end and get the hose? Or should I get a like a used Benz or a used BMW? I say to that, do not do that. Yeah, it might be cheap to get a used Escalade, but let me tell you something. When shit break down on that Escalade, you ain't got to know. You don't make enough money to fix that shit. If the 4-wheel drive go out, that might be $1,200. Do you have $1,200? No. If you get a used Range Rover like one of my cousins did, they don't tell you that a front brake job is $800 and some. If you go to Land Rover, if you go to the dealership and get it done. So cars like that cost a lot of money to fix, even if you get them used. That's why the person that had it originally got rid of it, because it started becoming a money pit. So let's just stick with new cars. You might say, hey, should I get a Camry, fully loaded, everything in it for 35 grand? Or should I get a showstopper, like something like a 5.0, put some rims on it and be paying $800 a month for it? Now, the Camry is going to cost me $480 a month, depending on how much I put down. But the Stang going to cost me $800. No matter how much I put down. First of all, any down payment on a car is never goes toward the principal. Let's just get that out the way first. They're going to tack on all kind of fees and all kinds of other stuff onto that car to make it more expensive. So when they finance it through the bank sends them a check, and then the bank comes after you for a monthly payment. The dealership's out of the loop. So they just made a quick 50 grand off of you for a car that ain't worth no more than 30, that ain't worth no more than about 10 grand. But you're going to pay 70 grand for it after all the tax and the taxes and the payments and the finance charges, you're going to be looking at paying $70 for a $10,000 car. Everybody makes out except for you. You think because you got a couple whores in the car with you that, you know, that car's paying for itself, and it's not. Because women are only getting in there because they think you got some money. And you just a working man getting by like everybody else. You digs? Y'all see where I'm going with this? So I would tell you to go get a Camry. I would tell you to go get a car that is economical but still looks good. The new Camrys look sporty. They look way sportier than they used to. So you could go get a black one or a red one and come the one model that comes with the rims and the nice look like aftermarket rims, but it's Toyota rims. You can get that and still get some women. An Asian chick could get in the car with you with that. Because her family drives them Camry. They good cars. And they're good, sporty looking cars. You can get some bitches in a Honda Accord. A Honda Accord with a 4-cylinder engine, 2019, it'll run you about 40. But that's as high as I would go, is getting a Honda Accord, because Honda Accords are good cars and they're sporty looking, even though they're regular cars. They're sporty looking. You can still pull professional women with that car because they got some cost appeal to them, because it is considered a higher end car, and they run good. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, going out here blowing money on some expensive car ain't gonna get you any more pussy in this day and age. It just isn't. It ain't worth paying all the money for car insurance, and it ain't worth people trying to steal your car, breaking your car, thinking you got something in there because you driving around in a Benz. You are a target as a black man. You are a target. If you don't have the income to back up that car, don't buy it. Because when you go out and buy a brand new BMW or a brand new Benz or Alfa Romeo or some car like that, you're going to be a target by the police. They're going to give you tickets, and you don't deserve any tickets. And if you don't have the income to pay for that kind of stuff, you're going to be ass out. You're going to fuck around and end up in jail over warrants because the tickets you didn't pay. Some niggas like to take that chance. Be out on a date with a chick, and you ain't thinking about them warrants your ass got. And next thing you know, you gonna pulling over, and now you embarrassing yourself in front of this girl because now she got to call one of her relatives come get her, and you getting your car impounded and you going to jail. Let me tell you something. That ticket warrant hustle is nothing but a hustle to fleece poor people out of their money. That's why I can't stand the police for that shit. They try to act like tickets make people drive safer. No, they don't. People still get out there and speed. People still get out there and run the red light. People still get out there and drive drunk. People still get out there and smoke something or shoot up and still drive. That ain't no deterrent. Look at the statistics. You think showing wrecked cars of people who got killed in drunk driving cases and drunk driving accidents, do you think that deters people from driving drunk? Some people are drunk because they can't get through life without being drunk. They're so miserable, but from working 2 jobs, 3 jobs, or working 1 job, and it may pay enough, but they unhappy. They're miserable. They gotta shoot up. They gotta drink something. They gotta smoke something in order to feel like going to that job. Some of you are in that same boat, and I'm not putting you down. Because I've been there. It'd be one thing if I ain't never been there. I've been where you are. I've been on them dead-end jobs. I've been in them warehouses on them forklifts, making nothing. Having babies at home that you got to feed. Then you got some wife at home working against you the whole time, trying to fuck off the money every chance she get, or mad because she can't. I've been there trying to hold your family together on little or no money. But we got through it because of me. If you can get an Audi at that price, yeah, that ain't bad. Yeah, Audi's a nice car. See, cars like Volvos, Audis, what, like that Toyota Camry, because Camry is really the only really decently priced car that Toyota makes. The rest of them are way overpriced. The Honda Accord, that Infiniti that they got that really ain't nothing but Nissan, a nicer Nissan Maxima. That's all it is. Well, Maxima's a good car, but Nissan's cars are a lot plainer than Toyota. Yeah, them Mexicans, hey, down in San Antonio, them Mexicans love to get them DUI. That's why San Antonio police be out there making them drunk stops on Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. Oh, man. And you know what's so bad about it down in San Antonio? They be catching Bexar County sheriffs and San Antonio police officers driving drunk. Yeah, Acura. Yeah, Acura's right. Acura's Honda. Acura is Honda. Right, I know that. Acura's an okay car. They're a little too plain for my taste, but they're a little bit more. So supposedly they're a more luxury brand than say the other ones, than say Honda is. But down south, people be getting a lot of DUIs and up here in the upper Midwest too. I know it's a lot of drunks in Des Moines, Iowa. I used to live in Des Moines, Iowa. Boy, them white folks love to drink because ain't nothing else to do but go to the bar and get drunk, and then the police, same cop they went to high school with, take them home. Same old shit every weekend. I know because I lived around them people. And yeah, you got these little cities where they try to make, they town more than what it is. They'll build a couple extra skyscrapers, and then maybe one company will move there, and then they'll be like, look, we got a whole bunch of jobs. Look, move on up there. So much shit going on here. Oh, you'll love it here. That's how a lot of these companies have sucked a lot of people into the Twin Cities. See, the Twin Cities is fly this time of year because it's hot. But as soon as that cold hits your ass, as soon as old man winter come out, shit. Now those people that moved up here from Florida or Texas, now they wish they want to get the hell out of here because they can't take it. Some of these winters up here they go till June. I'm gonna tell you right now, you get miserable as fuck with it snowing for 7 months out of the year or raining. Shit, it rained today. Man, it was a horrible storm last night. Knocked out my satellite TV. I couldn't even watch TV. I just turned the motherfucker off and went to sleep. Because I know wasn't nothing popping after that. Because I didn't even check to see if my internet was on. I didn't even try. Probably my internet, although my internet probably was on because we got fiber optics. You dig? Saab, I think I don't know if they dissolved. I think somebody bought them and they dissolved the company. But Saabs were good cars. But, they couldn't compete. They might still be in effect, but they're just in Europe. I think they decided to not make any more cars for the United States. Like Peugeot stopped doing business in America. But Peugeot, you go over to Europe and you still see people with brand new Peugeots or Saabs overseas. Because I saw them when I lived in Europe. Good cars, though. All them Saab dealers just closed up. But you have to you have to have enough sense to live within your means. And a lot of guys don't want to do that. Yeah, that block punk stereo, yeah. I remember guys for a minute was on the block punk tip, Nakamichi, all that shit. Understands me? But I like with me, I got a little car now. I got a little inexpensive car now because I just didn't want to pay the money after I got rid of my truck. I just didn't want, I was like, well, am I just going to get a smaller car because I'm on the West Coast and I'm paying more for gas? You know, I got to have an offset here. So I said, okay, I'll get a smaller car. Now, obviously living back in the Midwest, probably ain't a good deal to have this car that I got, but I'm not going to be doing all that driving during the winter time. See, with me, what I do when it starts snowing or a snowstorm about to hit, I'll go to Sam's Club and Costco and just stock up on food. So if I get snowed in for 2 or 3 days where the snow is, past my roof, I can't get out of my garage, then I got food to last me for, a week. 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Y'all see where I'm going? Y'all see where I'm going with this? So I got enough money, I got enough resources to last me for 2 or 3 weeks. I got a brand new refrigerator, so my food ain't gonna go bad. See, I don't wait till you gotta stay ready. See, I don't believe in waiting till the last minute. Like when we were down in when they had that Hurricane Harvey, and I went down when I was still living in San Antonio, and I went down to Houston to help out. You got, at all the San Antonio and Houston area Lowe's and Home Depot, everybody was sold out of generators. Everybody was sold out of generators. You had Houston people driving all the way to San Antonio to get generators so they could have some electricity. And everybody was out. Harbor Freight was out. Lowe's was out. Menards, I was about to say Menards. Menards don't go down that far, but Home Depot and Lowe's were out of generators. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Exactly. Sancho is miserable working them low-wage jobs. So the first thing they want to do is come over here and get dirty making $5 and then drinking Budweiser. And then they go out there and get in the car and drive around drunk. They're already too dumb to drive anyway. But then you add alcohol to it, and now Sancho is bouncing off your relative's car or your car. And then the son of a bitch will either jump out the car and run like a little coward, or he'll keep driving. Understand? See, if I drink, I'm staying at home. I ain't going nowhere. The only thing I'm going to do is fall down the stairs. If I was pissy drunk, I'm just saying hypothetically, because I ain't going to do that. I don't drink to get drunk. I'm just making a point. I might trip over the couch. That's his fault, but I ain't getting no DUI. If a woman called me and say, hey, Ice Man, you need to come over and get this pussy, I'm be like, well, you're gonna have to bring it over here because I ain't going nowhere. I'm too old to be getting in a car driving somewhere to go get some pussy. Them days are over with. If you can't bring it over here, or if you can't tell me to come over there at 5 o'clock and get it, and then that way we can drink and be in the comfort of your home or my home, and not have to worry about all this other silly shit. Other than that, we're not doing anything. Okay, guys. Like, thank everybody who's donated thus far, but we still got a ways to go. If you haven't donated, please donate. Either hit us on the Cash App at $ the Iceman 1906, or you can hit us at asktheiceman.com. Scroll down to the donate button and post your $10 donation there. The American whorehouse culture that has swept the country over these past few years. Women have lost what was left of their minds. Now everybody wants to be a whore. Everybody wants to be the new Madonna. Everybody wants to shake their ass and do something strange for a piece of change. And basically all it is renegade hoeing. Now, again, as we all chuckle about on a weekly basis, we know that they're only so far that women are going to be able to take this shit. Once they hit the wall or start hitting the wall, they have to shut that shit down. Although to a certain point they don't. I remember I was looking at Facebook on my other Facebook channel, Facebook page, and I'm looking at this, and there was this chick talking about, how come I'm single? Now, on a profile picture, you obviously, your profile picture is that small, so you can't see what that person looked like. So I went to her Facebook page and I looked at this ugly ass, broken down, looked like Baltimore chick. She looked so ran through. Every picture, she had a cigarette in her fingers. Just looked nasty and stank looking. Talking about, how come I can't find me somebody? Because you ugly as fuck and you look ran through. But these be the chicks that have these pictures with them smoking a cigarette and they got their ass up in the air, and you niggas talking about, like. That's why these women keep posting these pics, because you keep hitting the like button with your moronic ass. Black men, you stop making yourself look so thirsty on social media and online dating platforms. You are embarrassing yourself. That's why so many non-black women, they always go to start saying stuff to black men, even if they know they ain't planning on dating you. Here they go sending you a message because they want to see if you're going to look at their raggedy ass pics and respond. And sometimes when I did online dating years ago, I used to get caught up in that shit. And when I figured it out, I said, oh, this bitch just want attention. Because a lot of these women, their breath stinks so bad, their coochie smells so bad that they know you ain't, even if they're halfway decent looking, you ain't going to want to date them anyway. Because as soon as you smell their breath and see how homely they are, even though they might be okay looking, you ain't going to want to be bothered with them. And yes, I'm mainly talking about Hispanic and Caucasian women. Now you got old lazy ass black women on there trying to pull that shit. Now you got black women on there begging white men for dates, begging white men to fuck them. You won't find one black woman online begging a black man to fuck them. Even if they living in a town where there ain't no black men other than hood rat niggas. Like where I live at, man, these niggas ain't doing well here. You still see niggas driving Delta 88s around here. And the white people are fly as a motherfucker. The reason why you see that kind of shit is because they lock black people out of shit. And then the niggas that come here ain't doing nothing. They ain't nothing but Minneapolis niggas that then got ran out of Minneapolis and St. Paul, or they niggas that got ran out of Milwaukee, or niggas that got ran out of Chicago or Racine, Wisconsin. So they come here, come where either the cities around in this area where I am. And these all, and I guarantee all of them are living with some baby mama, because them niggas ain't got no jobs other than temp jobs. These white folks ain't giving them niggas no jobs. All them niggas doing is running dope in and out of here. And when they get caught, they end up going to prison, because them niggas don't know what they doing. Let me turn this light. Let me turn this air on. Turn this light on. Hey, everybody, let's get these donations up. Let's get it cracking. You digs? So now you get these broke ass women who normally would get ignored by most men getting attention, because you got thirsty ass black men out here who just so hard up for any attention from women, because these niggas get ignored at work. Sancho get all the attention as far as minorities are concerned. So you get ignored there. They're just looking for an excuse to fire your black ass. You get ignored everywhere. You get ignored at the bank. You get ignored everywhere you go in America because you're a black man and you don't stand up for yourself. So you got all these other people who step over you on the social hierarchy. So you get online sending all these fat ass white women messages, liking all they pics. You know, all the Filipino, like always get friend requests by these ugly ass Filipino chicks on Facebook. And I'm like, why is this woman friend requesting me? And then I look at their pics, there's some old butt ugly ass, fucking nasty ass Filipino chick. And all of them always got kids already. You think I'm gonna bring some old Filipino woman over here? This ain't 90 Day Fiance, bitch. You ain't coming over here to the land of milk and honey and getting rich off of me and then going back to the Philippines. Think you're going to come over here and run up a tab and then go back over there with my child or whatever? Fuck that. I ain't taking no chance on with none of them nasty ass bitches. But a lot of you niggas are they friends. Every time they post a pic, like, you fine. Ooh, look at that butt. I'm just like, look at these niggas, man. You ain't getting nothing out of that. Nothing. Less than nothing. Then you get mad. Hey, the man always putting us down. I ain't putting you down. Your behavior is abhorrent. And I'm just talking about your behavior. That's your opinion. But if you are gonna sit here and say that that it's messed up that I'm talking about you, well, you brought it on yourself. It's you that brought it on yourself, not me. I'm not out here giving women my money. Ain't no bitches Snapchatting me. Ain't no women getting no money out of me showing a titty on Snapchat. I don't follow women on Instagram. I don't follow women on Twitter. So they're not getting nothing out of me. But some of you, they're getting stuff out of. And that's sad. And it's sad that you have low self-esteem, that you find it okay that somebody is you're giving money to women you're not even fucking. At least if you were fucking a chick, paying her cell phone bill sometime, I can see you doing that. If she breaking you off every time, anytime you want. And it's very rare to find them kind of women, but they are out there. That ain't tricky, because that woman is providing a service to you. Like I said, there's no free pussy out here, but at the same time, there's no, you don't have to get expensive pussy either, because expensive pussy doesn't provide doesn't provide a service to you, because you're overpaying for it. It's just like you going out and getting a used 5-year-old Benz, and you go out here and spend $60,000 on it when it's 5 years old. I don't give a damn if it's still clean. Why would you pay that kind of money for a 5-year-old used car? Some other man done farted in that car. Some other woman done farted in that car. Some other man or woman done dropped sodas and coffee in there. And you want their leftovers? And you still got to finance it because your broke ass ain't got no money? Fuck out of here. Use your head, black man. There's no way around doing the right thing. There's no way around the best way to get respect from women is to be able to say no, the word no, whenever you feel like it, and to be able to keep your wallet in your pocket and vote with your feet. That will impress a woman enough. Okay? Now, she may not bow to you anyway because she's just a disrespectful, man-hating bitch. But at least you got your point across now, didn't you? You tune in to the Player Circle Podcast. Join us next week for the Iceman Show Podcast. I am your host, the Iceman. I'd like to thank everybody that donated today. If you didn't get a chance to donate, please go to AskTheIceman.com, scroll down to the donate button, or you can hit us on the Cash App. Yeah, digs. You can hit us on the Cash App and do that thing there. You digs. We're going to finish this up next week, y'all, because this is too much information to cover. So we're going to finish up next week. Remember, even though I'm hard on you guys, I want you to learn that you have no friends out here, and that sometimes you need tough love. You understand me? Because coddling you ain't gonna get you to learn anything. Your mama already tried that. That don't work. You digs? So join us next week at the Player Circle Podcast. Next Saturday. Oh, excuse me. I'm getting ahead of myself. Join us on the Iceman Show Podcast next Tuesday. We're going to talk about racial allegory. Join us. Racial allegory in TV, television, and movies. Okay? We're going to talk about that next week. We're going to talk about Asian Nazis. Oh, we got plenty to talk about, y'all. We'll see you next week. Keep it locked right here on the Iceman Show Podcast, the Player Circles Podcast. I am your host, the Iceman. Follow me on Twitter at the Iceman Show. At the Iceman Show on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me on there. Do them shits. Please donate later on if you're at work and you don't have time to come by and check us out. Donate later on. You can donate anytime on Cash App or AskTheIceman.com. We're going to holler at you next Tuesday. Holler at your boy.